Now, so today I'm going to be doing a little very simple recipe with some lamb rump or lamb chump, okay? So these are square cut. So the guys at John Stone have already done a lot of the butchery for you on this. I'm going to just take them out of the bag here. As you can see, there's a little bit of juice or blood in the bag. Don't worry about that. Okay, so just get rid of that. So as you can see, the fat side of these is really where we want to concentrate because I'm going to fry them off now. So I've got a heavy based skillet pan on here. It's on a medium to high heat. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in the pan. Okay, as you can see, it's starting to smoke already. And then I'm going to put that fat side down. Because what I want to do is try and caramelise that fat if I can. Okay, so as soon as that's gone in now, I'm going to hit that with a little bit of salt to season it up. So we'll smoke and spit a little bit because there's hot oil in there. So a little bit of seasoning, and I'm going to quickly talk about how I'm going to make the sauce for this then. Okay, so I've got some chopped cherry tomatoes, I've got a chopped red onion, 2 cloves of garlic, a red and yellow pepper chopped up. I've got some of these cooked cannellini beans, okay, you just buy them in a tin, strain them off, that's why I have them in a colander, and a few capers. So this is going to be made from start to finish in this one little skillet pan. I'm going to sear these off, take them out, let them rest for a minute, and then I'm going to make the sauce underneath, put the lamb back in, and then I'm going to pop it in the oven and roast it for about 15 or 20 minutes. And that will be the dish made from start to finish. Okay, so if you want to come over now, and I'm just going to show you what we're looking for here. So as you can see now, all of that fat has rendered down, and that lamb has gone beautiful, golden and crispy. Okay, so I'm just going to fry that now on the other side for another minute or so. And then I'm going to move on to adding in my onions, my garlic, my peppers, my tomatoes, my beans, and we're going to make a little sauce. And we'll finish it off with some capers, and then we're going to put the lamb back in, and then we're going to pop it into the oven. So now I've seared the lamb off on all sides, okay? As you can see, it's nice and golden on the other side. I'm just going to remove it out and let it rest on that plate for a second while I go on and make the sauce, okay? So I'll add a little bit more oil into the pan, okay? So I just want to saute off my garlic first, really quickly, and then I'm going to add in my onions straight away. And already now the smell has changed in here, and we can smell that wonderful garlic and onion. Then I'm going to add in my peppers. And what we're going to make here is like a Mediterranean tomato sauce, really. And we're going to put those lamb rumps back in, and then we're going to roast it in the oven. So it's kind of a one-pot dish, if you like. Now I'm going to add in my tomatoes. And at this point then, what I want to do is I want to season this sauce. So I'm going to add in a good twist of pepper. And a pinch of salt. And then what you'll see starting to happen now is that when I added the salt in, the moisture will start to come out of those tomatoes and peppers and onions, and it'll start making the base of the sauce for us. Now at this point, what I want to do is I'm going to add those beans that I spoke about. So they're just some cooked cannellini beans. If you boil them dried, there's no problem. All you need to do is soak them for a couple of hours and then boil them up in some stock till they're nice and tender. But as I said, I just used the tinned, already cooked version for this because I am cooking at home for some convenience. Now at this point, as you can see, that started to come together nicely. It doesn't look very saucy at the moment, but after we take it out of the oven and it's been roasted, you'll see that it will turn into a beautiful sauce for us. So at this point, I'm going to add the lamb back in. And then I'm going to show you before I pop it into the oven. So this is going to be popped into a preheated oven now at 180 degrees for about 20 minutes until I roast that lamb nice and medium. I'll take it out and let it rest, and that's the dish ready. So we roast rump of lamb with tomato and cannellini beans. So now the lamb has had 20 minutes in the oven. I just want you to have a look at it now. So I'm just going to bring it over to the stove now again. And I just want to show you how to finish off the sauce. So like any meat that's been roasted, we need to take it out now and let it rest for really about 20 minutes. So all you want to do is take it out and put it onto a plate. It is very hot. And what that does is, I'm always saying, it just lets the meat relax and it'll be more tender this way, okay? So the sauce now, I just want to finish it off. So to finish off the sauce, what I'm going to do, I've these little baby capers. I'm going to throw in a couple of tablespoons of them into the sauce. And I'm also going to finish the sauce off with a little splash of extra virgin olive oil. Okay, this is just going to get it nice and rich for me. And as you can see, because I've added that olive oil into the sauce, it's gone nice and shiny. Now at this point, I just want to taste. What I'm looking for here is just to make sure that I've got enough seasoning. I just need a little bit more salt. And that's that ready to go. So after 20 minutes after the lamb has rested, I'm just going to put a nice couple of spoonfuls of this onto the base of the plate. And I'm going to carve the lamb on top. And that's the dish ready to go. So I've got a roast rump of Johnstone lamb served with a tomato, cannellini bean and caper stew. Now I just want to show you how to plate this dish up. So we have our wonderful stew that we finished off. That's still nice and hot. That just goes into the centre of your plate. And then we just want to slice that wonderful lamb rump. So that's been resting for about 10 minutes. And we just want to take a nice sharp knife. We're going to carve through the lamb. A little bit of an angle. And as you can see, look, it's nice and pink still. And then what I want to do is just finish that with just a little bit more olive oil. And then I'll just turn it around so you can see it a little bit better. We've got a roast rump of lamb with our cannellini, caper and tomato stew.